everyone. Welcome. My name is Jennifer from Sundragon Paper and Lace, and today we are going to work on a journal from start to finish. I thought that I would use this book cover that was a field guide to Western birds, and it's just a perfect color, perfect size, and I wanted to feature digitals from Roxy Creations. These, I think this is her, oh my goodness, vintage kit. Her new garden, is it her botanical kit? And it has beautiful birds on there, and she's incorporated flowers. I mean, I just love her kits. She does such a wonderful job. She and her husband, Stefan, I think. Forgive me if I got that wrong. As you notice, some of these papers are pretty vintage. I do like using old copy paper that I find in from estate sales or thrift shops, yard sales. That's the first thing I go to, is the office supplies in these sales. And I collect all this vintage paper to print on because I love the muted hues. This is her decorated letters, I think, vintage letter kit. And please don't quote me on these. If you just go to her shop, Roxy Creations on Etsy, you will find a lot of these beautiful digitals that she has. This is, I think, a page from her vintage antique books kit. And this is her painted pages. Sorry, I think that's it. And then this is one of her fussy cut bird kits here. I think this might be kit number 1. I'm not sure. But I thought these birds would look good. And then these are her labels, antique labels. Just some of them. Some of her antique labels. Label number 5. Okay, and I also have a bunch of vintage papers here that I've selected to incorporate in with the digitals and different various vintage ephemera, bags, documents. This is a document from 1891. It is a mortgage deed. Yes. But a lot of beautiful papers that I'll be incorporating into this book, and painted papers and whatnot. So I decided that maybe what I would do is call this book Garden Flight, since it is kind of a garden bird theme. And I wanted to make a series of these, and I just wanted to name it, and I didn't know exactly what to name it, but I think Garden Flight would be appropriate for it. So what I did with this book was I went in and I took a X-Acto knife and cut the pages from end to end, and the book automatically comes out once you cut it properly. And more often than not, this back binding will get stuck to the pages, but this one didn't. So I'm going to leave this in here for extra strength. And I'm going to, right now, I'm going to make sure to reinforce the binding here. And do this, secure it pretty well. This is duck taped, duck masking tape, actually. You can use bookbinding tape. That works just as well. Regular duct tape, they come in so many colors now. That works really well as too. So how's everyone doing? If I didn't ask, hope you're all doing well. It's been a while since I've been on. Got so much stuff going on in life right now. We moved our my mother-in-law back in with us. And yeah, so it's been quite a whirlwind at this moment. You know, we were sick for a while, and just a lot of things that interfere with my creativity. And I really miss everyone and this outlet, being able to have this kind of an outlet. Okay, I don't like how that turned out, so I'm gonna extend this out a little bit more. And then what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna put some fabric here, which I'm not exactly sure what kind of fabric to put. Let's make sure that is, just want to reinforce this because I don't want it to come undone. And this glue works very well. It's Beacon's, my goodness, my mind went blank. It's been a while since I've been in this craft room. Fabrifix, there we go, Fabrifix. Okay, so just want to do that. And then I want to trim this up just a little bit because it is sticking up. I want to make sure that it is flush. Okay, great. So what fabric shall I use? Let's see. Should I use a lace? Like something from in here? I like a trim. But you know, I think what I'm gonna do is I want to cover this in pretty paper, and then I'm gonna cover the binding, and that way whatever I cover with will be the pretty paper will be underneath, if you know my meaning. So what shall we use? I can just use coffee dyed paper. That would be a good base. However, let me see if I can, because this kind of matches. Maybe there's that one, and then there's this one. Which one looks better? I kind of like this one, because it's got the pinks and it's got a darker blue to contrast the bird, and yeah, let's do that. Let me trim it. And hopefully, let's see, Will it fit? Will I be able to fit two? Have two? Not quite. But I don't have to go all the way to the edge because, or the inside of the, close to the binding, because I'm going to cover it with a fabric, right? So I just want to trim this here. Yeah. Okay. That little cork board in the back of these is not really helpful. There we go. Out of practice. I'm used to just tearing things without a ruler, but this is a really thin trim and I want to have as much real estate, printed real estate, to use for this book. Come on. Oh my goodness. We'll try this side first and the other. There we go. All right. This is pretty thin. I might have to resort to cutting it with scissors or use my cutter. We did it. All right. So yes, life has been quite busy for me. And Mom is back home with us. And not that we mind or anything like that. We knew that it was coming. We all did. All three of us did. Mom and my husband and I. We were expecting it to happen sometime. She first lived with us when she fell and then got better. And then this isn't going to, oh yeah, I wasn't going to make it here. I think what I'll do is this. So she got better and then she went back to her home and lived by herself, back by herself for a little over a year. And then got ill and is now, we thought it'd be best that she just stay with us and not live on her own. And she agreed. She's, you know, she's such a sweet lady. I just love her. But it's been busy. It's been busy, adjusting, readjusting, moving things around, moving households. My husband has been working hard at getting her household all cleaned out because, you know, we think that we're probably going to sell her home. And then, so it's been quite an emotional event. And at the same time, you know, emotional necessary event, but also I know, I mean, it is rewarding. It's rewarding to me to be able to be there for my mother-in-law because she's always been the one to be the helper, the doer. It's nice for me to do something for her for a change. With that being said, I've got all my stuff just kind of in disarray right now because we're kind of merging households, and it's been challenging because I didn't realize how much stuff I have, how much I have hoarded. And it's a good lesson and an eye-opener for me. You know, I always knew I had a hoard full of my craft items, my, you know, junk journaling materials. I knew that I had a lot, but I didn't know exactly how much I've hidden some from myself, or just tucked it away, you know. Not sure I like that. I think that'll be okay though, because what I'm gonna do then is just make sure that the glue is all spread out and there's no lumps. Because what I might do, I might, you know, end up decorating or putting a piece there and here, you know, kind of like that. I don't know, we'll see. So that is fine. Okay, do this side. You know, I gotta tell you, you know, the aging is just not meant for babies, that's for sure, or, you know, the weak. You definitely have to be a tough person to deal with aging, because I see it in my mother-in-law, how much she wants so badly to help and to do, and feels guilty that she can't. And I can just only imagine that that's probably the same way how I would be feeling when it's my turn, because after all, we do all take turns, right? When it's my turn, I'll probably feel the same way. Be hard to let go of having somebody else take care of you and do things and take care of things for you when you're used to doing it yourself. Okay, I like that. Yes, I love that. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at the colors. Okay, so next I want to put something like that. Wouldn't that be pretty? Of course, you know, if I had a piece of lace that was the same on each side, which I know I have somewhere. I haven't decided if I'm going to have this a really shabby journal, or a more like a Rachel style journal where she's not exactly shabby. She's her own style. I don't know how else to explain it. She does beautiful, beautiful work. If any of you don't know who she is, Roxy Creations. Her name is Rachel. She's got wonderful tutorials, beautiful, beautiful work she does. A lot of antique documents and books and that she implements, and her digitals are wonderful. So Rachel, if you're watching, hi. Let's see. I might have to find something that is more put together instead of shabby. Let's see. Like I said, all my things are in disarray. And some of my back stock, or my, what would you call that? My stash. Some of my stash I stored had to store at Mom's house because my husband and I ended up combining offices. So he's on the back side of my craft room, and he gave up his office so that Mom can have her own room. And so had to kind of get rid of things and downsize my own stuff. And he had to downsize his own stuff. And so some things are over at her house now. And I really don't know what I have. Let's see. That's not going to work, is it? Okay, hang on. I'm sorry. I didn't plan on this. Didn't mean, or I should have planned actually. Should have planned what I was going to put in the middle. But unfortunately I didn't. And I apologize. I know I've got some lace on here that's double-sided, that has both sides with ruffle on each end, on each edge. I know I do. It's just a matter of finding it. Okay, so I don't want to take up your time. So what we're going to do next, we'll hold on that. We'll hold on that, and we'll continue it to the next time. And right now what I want to do is figure out my pages. So I figured that we would have 2 signatures. And I wanted to incorporate Rachel's digitals. So she's got these. And I want to make sure I want to make the top signature with the birds on them. So here's one signature with a bird. Oh, here, this one's pretty. One signature, that's pretty too. This one actually goes really well. So if I do my signature like this, okay, just like that. Okay. Can I fold that out? Yep. And this I do want to tear a little bit, even though hand tear instead of ruler tear. So I like my pages uneven, like more like of a layered look instead of uniform. Not that uniform pages are bad or anything. It's just a taste preference. And I tend to like my pages shabbied up. I've noticed on Rachel's Etsy shop that she's been doing custom orders. It's like, oh my gosh, I would love to have a custom order, but it's not quite yet in the cards. Not yet. Maybe someday, but not right now. I would love that though. Would love to have one of her journals. Her journals are just beautiful. Okay, so let's see here. We want, should I fold it up? Maybe, no. I think I'll go ahead and just tear this piece. I kind of like that though. I like the look of this. I like that print. And let's see. My trash can needs to stay up. Look here. That's okay. Okay, so this will be my first page, like this. Definitely going to cover this up with something. Don't know yet, but this is a start. This is one. This is, where is that? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here. This is page 2, or signature 2. So again, with the ripping of the edge, I should have had this done ahead of time. I just hate taking up too much time because I know there's just so many other videos for you to watch. I know that's how it is with me. I mean, I end up having to binge watch a lot, and which is okay, which is fine. But I like to give equal views to all my favorites. But sometimes, you know, time just doesn't allow that. So I find that I end up just binge watching, you know, like Rachel or Twisted Paper, Donna at Twisted Paper Studio, or Leslie, Willow House, 507 Willow House journals. You know, those are my top ones that I kind of have to binge watch when I have the time. And I have to keep, you know, you have to keep watching. You don't want to ever go stagnant, because to watch, you learn, and when you learn and get inspired, you know, that's how you grow in your creativity. And that's, lately I've been feeling like I've been stagnant because I haven't been very active. Because, of course, life happens. Okay, I'll do this here, like that. Oh, I like how that turned out. Let's see. And then, oh, but now I'm going to end up folding it. Yeah, I'm going to fold it this way so that the bird... And as you can tell, I don't measure. I just kind of gauge, eyeball it. This paper right here, this is just so pretty. I think peach is probably one of my favorite colors for junk journaling, anyway. Yeah, peach is very, very pretty. Just kind of goes with everything. Let me get this straight. There. my, there it is. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. There. So this is 1 and this is 2. And then what I do now is just kind of build. So I'm going to start with this one and build. And I think because this is big, I think I am just gonna go like this, and then go like that. So some people don't like pages sticking out of a book, but I love it. I love that shabbiness to it. So you'll find that in a lot of my work I'll have pages sticking out above the book, outside of the book, and I just love how that looks. I want to put something short up here. Short is fun. Look at this. Isn't this fantastic? It's a coupon. I must have bought this from, I must have got this from Forever French on Etsy. She's one of my favorites that I buy French items from. Ephemera, papers, books. Louise from Forever French. Look her up. She has fantastic stuff. Not short enough. No, that's too much the same. This is from a jelly plate. That's always fun. Sometime I would like to do a little jelly plate type of a video. Oh, that will be, ooh, that would be pretty. Let's see. Let's see if I can, that's pretty. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I want this in a second signature. 4. Second signature. Music. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This. 6, 6, 2 more. I think I'll use those for collage. 6. How about a really shabby book page? Oh, I love this crunchy stuff. Yummy. It's too wide though. Let me see. Well, yeah. This is, I think, from 1789. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more, something colorful in between these two. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. That looks good for signature number 1. How much time do I have? Oh, I think that's about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it right here so you can go and watch other videos, and then I will go ahead and I'll just make sure to plan for the next video so I'm not so scattered like this, and then that way we'll have more time to really get to the meat and get going. So in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me today and crafting with me today, and until the next time, bye bye.